Warbington's on the homeowner's best friend.
All right, so this is a steel metal kit home that we're talking about, the Warbington's built. Sounds fairly simple. Looks fairly simple. On paper, everything's fine. Let's talk about what really happened.
All right. So the kit that we chose said that the company said, we'll send you a set of prints to take down to the county to get a building permit.
And this company's from Texas.
It is.
Yes. When I received those set of prints, I thought, man, this design is really light on detail, but I didn't know what I didn't know what to expect. So I thought, well, let's go down to the county and see what they say. I'm sure they're going to kick it back, but we'll see.
And in Santan, are you on Maricopa still, or you're on Pinal?
Pinal
Okay.
County. So we're a county island right there. So it's Pinal County. So went down to the county, submitted the prints. The engineer behind the counter kind of looked at it, said, no, this is not going to work. You need more detail. I said, I thought so. Wasn't sure. But let me get these engineered. And he said, yes. And so took 3 engineering firms and an architectural firm to get this house permitted and ready to go to build. And that was a bit of a chore. Waiting on engineers are terrible. They take it's like they have their own time scale, right? Their own time frame. But we were able to get it all done. And the county thought, or the way they work is, as long as the prints are stamped by an engineer,
That's right.
they don't have no liability.
That's right.
So as long as I build it per print, they're good with it. So that was the hardest part, was getting enough engineered prints for the county to buy off on it.
And when you said you got this done in 15 months, it seemed like from our conversations during it, 7 of that was waiting on getting all the paperwork finalized.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's back up here. This has been a 3.5-year project. 15 months was only build time. So it took about 1.5 years to get the engineering done on this building. So,
And find a bank that would do a non-GC loan.
And Wendy, y'all lived on site for the whole time?
No, this gets even better.
Well, we bought
The American dream of home ownership.
the number of times we heard, I cannot believe you're doing this. I could never do that. We moved into an RV on my in-laws' property for the first 2 years of it, which was nice to be there because
With how many children?
with 2 boys, the 4 of us, it was tight quarters, but we survived. And then last year in the summertime, it was very hot. Watching Ty come home overheated, working on the house, we decided to move over there so that he could get into air conditioning. And so.
And you don't have one of those cushy Ty Schumann jobs at SRP.
no, sir. No, sir. We're out in the field all day long.
And the reason we're doing the broadcast now is because I had scheduled this in the November, December. We generally don't bring partners in this hour where the rest of the year we do. And so I had kind of scheduled this conversation for that. I'd be like, that's our busy time. I'm going to be in the field 6 weeks nonstop.
So starting about November 20th, it's 7/10s until about February 15th or so.
Clearing all the canals.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we had to bring it back a little bit, and 3.5 years in the process. I remember when y'all first sold your home and we were talking about it, and you were talking about what you're doing, and like, yeah, we figure we'll be in it this time. I'm like, that's a little optimistic. And you're like, went through all the steps. I'm like, well, maybe they can get it done.
Mm-hmm.
And it was 3.5 years.
I learned a lot.
My husband told me he could build my house faster than we could get the manufactured home, which is not the case that happened. He's like, I can build it faster than they can for me. I'm like, okay.
Well, and this story would have been a lot different had you not been able to do so much of it yourself.
Yes.
True story.
Yeah.
How many trades? I mean, you mentioned the drywall, and during the break you talked about the insulation. How many? But you also mentioned how much fun it was to roof the 612. So sounds like you're up there laying shingles. How many trades did you sub out?
Okay, so the electrical I didn't want to do because I don't want this house to burn down. I The electrical, the HVAC, the insulation,
Drywall.
the drywall, and the painting.
So you set the pylons and did the concrete flat work?
I did. I did all the underground plumbing. I built the house pad, passed compaction on the house pad. And then I started digging for the underground plumbing.
And you said this is by a paved road. So are you tapped into city septic, or is there there's a septic on site?
I forgot about that. Basic Drilling did my sewer.
Okay.
They set a septic tank and 2 dry wells. Yeah. But
So I'm at 6 trades so far, and there's how many? Depending on all the different options, you could have 30 plus trades.
Sure. But so I did the pad, passed compaction on the pad, then I dug for the underground plumbing, and then Basic Drilling set the tank, and then I ran all the underground plumbing and had all that inspected, passed inspection, backfilled all that, drilled for the piers, passed that inspection, poured the piers, and then set up for the pour and poured the slab. Once the slab's poured, then you go up.
And we're talking about how much work you did yourself, but I can't let this go without talking about the amount of child slave labor that you got out of this. 'Cause when Remy came over to hang out with Trent, I get pictures of like 9 o'clock and they're digging something out of a corner of the house.
That was a block out for a toilet.
Whatever it takes, right?
Well, you can't stay for free.
Rosie on the house, every Arizona homeowner's best friend.